Before we begin, let's get one thing straight. I'm not a serial killer. Serial killers are sociopaths who kill because it gives them some sick pleasure. I'm simply a professional with a specific skill set. One that happens to be in high demand. Welcome into the mind of a professional hitman. I would tell you not to get too comfortable, but I don't think that'll be a problem. Sloppy. Way too sloppy. Usually I like to make it look like an accident. Or a suicide. But the client wants to send a message. A little melodramatic if you ask me, but what the client wants, the client gets. I don't do this because I enjoy it. In fact, I hate it. It's shocking what money can make a person do. Home sweet home. It isn't much. But I never needed much. Just a space of my own. A refuge. The stress associated with my profession is enough to drive any man mad. But any time that I feel it may be too much, I remind myself that somewhere out there, someone is going through the same things I am. If they can do it, so can I. And better. Triazolam, melatonin, azopiclone. Just a few of the weapons in my arsenal to help bring the sleep that never wants to come. In this day and age, medication can fix almost anything. Almost. Sleep. Sweet, dreamless sleep. A welcome escape, however brief it may be. A time to forget the faces of the many lives I've ended. And a time to... But the morning always comes too soon. I'd sleep in, but my routine is the only thing that keeps me going every day. In my line of work, there are rules to staying alive and staying sane. Rule number 1, keep a routine. Rule number 2, keep yourself healthy. Every morning starts at 7 a.m. sharp with 15 minutes of stretching, followed by 50 pull-ups, 100 push-ups, 200 sit-ups, and finish it all off with an hour-long run. Breakfast, the most important meal of the day. Don't let anyone tell you differently. A good full breakfast can do wonders. And a small helping of Valium certainly doesn't hurt. How peculiar is it that 2 little pills can do so much? A lifetime of suffering can be doled down to numbness and the time it takes you to digest your breakfast. Rule number 3, maintain a low profile. As far as the government is concerned, I live off a humble income of just around $25,000 a year, buying and selling useless crap online. For less than 30 minutes of browsing the internet each day, I am able to maintain a completely legal cover to my less lawful business ventures. The best part is that I actually live off that $25,000, meaning every cent I make from killing goes directly to an early retirement. Rule number 4, get out of the business as soon as you can. You didn't actually think I'd do this without an exit strategy, did you? After 8 years in the business, I've saved up nearly $6 million. It isn't quite enough to retire yet, but I'm very close. One more big job, in fact. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm not free yet, but I have a goal, and the end is in sight. Sometimes that's all you need. It's days like this that are a pleasant reminder that there is a beautiful world outside the darkness of one's own mind. But as suddenly as it arrives, the feeling has passed. It isn't so bad, alone in the darkness. Some part of me even enjoys this time. It's strangely peaceful, being utterly alone in a space completely my own. There's no stress here, no anxiety, only me and the darkness. But maybe someday there will be something else here. Something beautiful. Something new. But until then, I have a job to do. I have my target. $300,000 for a single hit. An absurd amount for a single job. Someone must really want you dead. You may not look like much, but I've done this long enough to know that looks matter very little. Rule number 5, never trust assumptions. Deception is a large part of my profession, and you learn quickly that you can never rely on first impressions alone, unless you want to end up dead. Rule number 6, never let yourself get distracted. Always remain focused. Rule number 7, patience. 90% of this job is waiting for the right opportunity. And when the opportunity presents itself, be ready to take advantage of it. No distractions. Stay focused. I don't have anything against religion. There's just no place for God in my profession. If there is a God, I hope he's forgiving. Very forgiving. It's over. It's actually over. I feel like a newborn opening its eyes for the first time. A little melodramatic, if you ask me. But what the client wants, the client gets. It's unfortunate to have to kill a fellow tradesman, especially one as talented as he was. When I looked at him, it was easy to see myself. But he isn't me. He's just a man lying dead in the street. Poor fool who stayed in the game just a little too long. And me? I'm gone.